cover not there?
It's there. Is it not shut or something? There's just not a memory card in it.
Yes, there is.
No. I didn't think I put one in there. Well, then just close the cover.
There. Oh my god. It did something. I'm watching.
No, it's still good. Oh, you're moving it already. Hold on. Let's go. Stop. Right there's fine.
Oh, this is a butt face.
I'm planning on working that after the outside's done. This is the first room I'm going to work on.
You know, it's why I used to put most of my stuff in totes so it wouldn't be a big deal if they had to be moved. Or I tried to keep stuff in totes.
What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Just trying to get things ready.
Yeah, that sounds silly.
So that's been on for over an hour.
What is it?
This Fox.
Oh, fuck. Like it's been on?
Yeah, that's nice. Like it.
Oh, I thought that was bad. I thought it was like broken or something.
Been on for over an hour. Watch wrestling will come on.
It'll be all fucked up. People are watching.
Exactly.
I'll have a retard session.
Little retardation in it and stuff.
Have the retard session. Retard session.
Last night I charged my phone. Remember when I came back from the house?
Did it not charge?
Oh yeah, it went all the way up to 85. And then I went to bed and left it on, and it was dead when I woke up.
You left your phone? How'd you leave your phone on?
It was on some video that you sent me.
Are you kidding me?
TikTok or whatever.
Which
so
is
it played
hilarious.
all night until it died.
Because...
I heard it around 1 something. My phone.
Okay, which is hilarious because I went to sleep, turned off everything, and you were on your phone, and I was like, what are you doing? And then you got up to do something.
Yeah. I don't remember why. Oh, yeah, I had to give Argus his pill.
Yeah, that's right, his pill. And then you came back down to go to bed. You were, hurt my back on the stairs because the cat, like, threw something at you. I said after 6 o'clock. Is that why people are? No, it's only 5:59. Oh, Walter can hear us before our live. Oh, no.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hi.
Scratch the retard stuff.
Oopsie. Whoopsie doers. How's that possible, Travis?
It's just on here somewhere. I guess it's just on. I should have made it where it wasn't. Well, cool. We'll just go live then. If I can figure out how, I'll just cut over. Screw it.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, because when I hooked it up, the audio was already hooked up. Like, I was like, oh, I didn't have to do it. So I didn't do it as an add-on.
Oh, I see.
And so it just cloned it to that other thing.
Oh, shit.
And so I don't know.
Sorry, Walter. We try not to talk bad about you guys while you can hear us.
Try not to.
Just kidding. We weren't talking bad about you.
Hey,
Anyways.
that's cool. So we can just, like, still be talking to people and come.
Oh, no. We're not really here.
We definitely need a mute button now.
Delete it.
I'll have to hook it up right.
Yeah, you'll have to change that because I don't want that to happen. Go live and they can hear us. I'm like, oh, no.
Especially if I'm in here rapping.
Yeah.
Not every day, but I do.
I try
rap.
hard not to say the real things I say on the air that I say in real life. Anyways, hey guys, thanks for joining us with Wrestling Gab. That's Travis, and I'm Dalitha. And we're watching Friday Night Smackdown. Smackdown. Anyways, we got people in the chat. We got Brandon in the chat. Hey, Brandon Stevens. Adam Pierce is talking shit. What? No way. Walter is in the chat. Picola is in the chat as well. Says happy Friday. Gab gang. Hey, everybody. Anybody got any good plans this weekend? There's a UFC fight tomorrow morning.
Right in the morning.
If you want to do it.
If you're in England, then it's at night for you. Like
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
relatively decent time. You don't have to stay up all night.
Yeah, Cortland's in the chat. Says I thought it would be John Cena versus Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, but I
It's
guess
not.
L.A. Night.
L.A. Night. For the title, too. Of
Ooh,
course.
ouch. Means LA Knight's gonna lose again.
Well, yeah.
Walter says mic check 1 2, and that's okay. Oops. Yeah, oops indeed.
It's not even an oops. It's just, I don't even know how you could fix it. Like, I figured you could do something, but you can't.
Harley's in the chat says what's good, and Sophie says hi and bye. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Which is hilarious because it's a Friday. Superboy official in the chat. Hey, says, when does it start? Well, actually, SmackDown's starting right now. They're showing all the stuff that's happened, the rehashed trash that they like to do of
so I know what's happening.
Of LA Knight and Roman Reigns yakking at each other.
Whose game is this?
Whose game is it?
Sorry, I'm working home. I just dropped my mic.
Was that loud in your ear?
Cool. Who do you think you is?
Walter says, okay, at 9:05 I'm going, but I'll be here Monday for Raw. I'm still in the chat. Thank goodness. Glad you're still here, unlike other people who just come and leave like weirdos in the night.
It's fine. It's normal for weird people.
Totally.
I'm weird. I do it all the time.
Do you come and go? In chats?
I don't get in chats. Very rare. There used to be this guy that I found one time, and I was looking for like a Jake Paul wedding. It was Jake Paul's wedding, and I was looking for it.
Oh, for McKenna, that's right.
I was just kind of surfing around on the internet, and I found this dude, and all he did was sit and play music and drink. Like, and he'd get really drunk.
And he's like, here it is.
And he'd just play music, and then he'd go, like, I don't know how he didn't get copyright, because he was live.
Right.
Anyways, and then he got a buddy to do it with him, and they just sit there and drink. That's the only guy I ever, like, watched for a little while.
Let's see. Walter says AEW Rampage later, and Piccolo says, I will never leave you. Is that the voice? Is that the laugh you were going for? Just making sure it was an evil laugh.
Have you seen...
I wanted to make sure. I'm glad, Piccolo, because if you do, I will hunt you down in Pensacola, Florida. I will find you.
Have you seen...
And I will put a herpes monkey in your yard.
Ew. That's a threat. And a promise.
Court listens to know those spears have to hurt. Yeah, they probably do.
So, anyways, have you ever seen these commercials of what it's like to work with or live with, I want to say Jigsaw?
Oh, I think I had a TikTok thing come over there, like the work with one.
That shit is funny.
I thought about sending it to you, and I didn't because I was like, it's Jigsaw. I don't know how funny.
They're so fun. Let's play a game. He's like, oh.
She's on the phone. Let's play a game. You have
like 40 hours of porn.
I've infected your computer with
40 hours of porn.
Pop-up porn. You have to click. You have to close 512.
The IP guy that you have a crush on. The guy. It's coming in 20 minutes. And now you have to click on the most dangerous mouse in the office. It's got thumbtacks.
I have push pins. It's got all the push pins on it. We've got Paul Heyman out here, guys. They're talking to us. He's going to tell us what his name is.
And then they have the big office meeting. Mm-hmm. And they're like, look, we like your energy, but when you're doing your games, our production falls off.
Maybe we could do different games.
He's like,
work-related. I watched that one, actually.
All weekend.
How they had to wait for him on the elevator. Yeah. The poor guy's all taped up with tape, and he's got boxing gloves on. And they're like, he's like, hold the door, please.
He's like, wait.
And she's like, just hold it. Poor lady in the background, she's got a neck brace on. Oh, shit.
Anyways.
No, I did see that one.
It's Rhea Ripley to me. And so every time I see her, it reminds me of Rhea Ripley. So I just picture Rhea Ripley doing that backstage at WWE events.
Nice.
I want to play a game.
Undisputed Tag Team Championships. What? Harley says Oh, yeah, those got hurt. And Harley says my aunt got diagnosed with breast cancer. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Harley. Hopefully it is not too serious and they've caught it early. Picola says, quick, I need your Wi-Fi password. We do have guest Wi-Fi, Picola. So we can give you that password.
Quick.
Walter says Logan Paul wants Rey Mysterio in a match after his boxing. He did mention that. Film says, hello, Misty and Travis. Big hugs, big heart. Hey, Film. Good to see you, my man. It's been a minute. Piccolo says, yes, perfect. Well, alrighty then. And Film's like, well, I got sick, but I'm better now. Well, I'm glad you got better. And I'm sorry that you were sick. Piccolo says, did you Uno reverse me? She just Uno reversed me. That's right. I did. Walter's like, Paul Heyman in the ring, boom. Films, I can't wait to see some women's armpits in action. Charlotte Flair and Io Sky. Walter says, boo, bloodline.
Boo.
Piccolo says, I'm going to be in and out because I'm actually doing a live NBA Fantasy League draft.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's fucking fun. Like in person or like over the internet live?
Are you hanging out with people?
Are you like in a group of people or do you doing it like online, like a Zoom meeting type thing? Piccolo says, but I'm still watch Mr. Walrus Heyman. Twinkie tits. Get it right. It's Twinkie tits.
Wobbly walrus.
Walter says, I'm going to watch AEW Collision on Saturday. You and probably not very many other people, Walter. Brandon says, Adam Pearce talking shit, asshole. Wow. What kind of shit is he talking, Brandon?
All sorts.
What kind of shit talking? Phil's like, hey, Piccolo, what's been going on with you? And Piccolo's like, welcome back, Phil. Good to see you. What up, Gabbers? Ravi says as he's in the chat. Woke up from his nap to hang out with us. Walter says, NLDS got go Phillies.
Nothing.
Oh. Brandon says, Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair. Loser, Io Sky. Faye's game in the chat. Hey, Faye says, where else can I watch SmackDown because it doesn't appear on Fox Sports?
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know where it's on right now.
It's not on Fox Sports?
I mean, is there baseball on Fox right now?
That's weird.
What
area? Are you in the United States? Walter says, I want Charlotte Flair to win. Piccolo's like, nah, it's just on Yahoo. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool,
baby,
though,
win.
still. Still kind of live. It's kind of fun. Walter's like, it's on Fox. It depends on where you're at in the United States, Walter, because if you're in Central and Eastern time, it will be on a regular Fox station.
Right
but
now.
if you are in East...
West,
God.
Mountain
or Pacific time zones, it will not be on for you. So it depends on where you're at. And it's on a regular Fox station phase. So it's on like a regular Fox. Like
you
where you would watch the
say
news.
Undisputed when Seth Rollins is the world champion.
Yeah, you can't say undisputed anymore because he has his own. I mean, I guess if it is it the name of that belt.
It doesn't. You can't.
Oh.
You can't name something undisputed if it's not undisputed.
Okay. Walter says it's on Fox and Faze says yes,
Knight.
and Walter says LA Knight. Yes. So Faze, you're in the United States. What area of the United States are you in?
What side of the continental divide?
What side of Mississippi are you on?
Do you have a paddle boat?
Do you have Best Foods or Hellman's mayonnaise? Faye says LA, Louisiana. Then it should just be on your regular Fox station.
With rabbit ears.
So it's a Fox station like you would watch the news, or if you're watching primetime television, that's the station it will be on, not Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee. Fuck yeah, that was magic. My Stros 5-4 to take the lead in the top of the 9th.
Boom.
No, not the Stros. Hey, Chris, did you enjoy your time at AEW? Did you make a sign? We didn't see you. You didn't say hi to us. I'm very disappointed. I was so disappointed on Wednesday. I almost, cried.
She did cry.
After.
She's trying to be cool, but she did.
Oh, hey, look, Sophie's back. Says, let's go LA Knight. Yeah. You want LA Knight to win?
Yeah. Who wouldn't want LA Knight to win? It's just realistically.
So it's funny because he can, Paul, sorry.
Fall asleep mid-sentence.
I did.
It's really funny, but
And
narcolepsy.
So Paul Heyman came out and he's all like, blah, 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 blah. And Paul Heyman can talk with the best of them, right? And he is so funny because he's listening to LA Knight and he's like, ooh. Piccolo says, my first pick was the Greek Freak. Oh, for your NBA Fantasy League draft?
Nothing wrong with that.
What position does he play? I don't
He's
know
like
how
a
to do
power
drafting
forward
in
or a small
NBAs.
forward. He's a big dude, though.
Do they do it that way? Do they do it by position?
No, you just pick.
Oh, it doesn't matter?
Yeah,
You don't care what member, you don't care?
You just take LeBron #1 every time and win.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I don't know if he's still that guy, but he used to be.
Ravi says, D cheering for LA Knight. Actually, that was Sophie, Ravi, if you would listen to what I say, but you don't.
Yeah.
Walter says, go LA Knight, punch Heyman. He can't punch him, Walter. He's an old man.
Vince would get punched.
So I left those bun cakes at work.
Mm-hmm.
I had one. They taste like weirdly, like kind of like a really not good Twinkie. They were okay. Not that great. Walter says, yeah. And Chris says also, AEW on Wednesday was cool. I was out of frame, but yeah, I got to see Kenny and Sky Blue, and Paige was out there with him. Huge rack. She glared over at me. Haha. And then OC came out and fist bumped him. Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, nothing wrong with Paige's rack. It's surgically enhanced.
That's true. Robbie says, so is WWE giving others a chance at their main titles? What do you mean?
Tonight, or well, at Saudi Arabia they are.
In a couple weeks.
And tonight, we're going to see Charlotte Flair wrestle for it. Does that count?
He loves it, yeah. What is
Does
that?
that count?
Charlotte Flair.
Does that answer the question? Read the question again.
So is WWE giving others a chance at the main title?
Charlotte Flair's
Sure.
wrestling tonight.
She's others.
It's not just that same old Io Sky every time.
Yeah.
She's been champion for way
For
too
those
long.
people. Whoever they are.
What do you mean, those people?
I don't know. I said whoever they are. Those people, whoever they are. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Wonder if he ate a whole bunch of onions and garlic.
Yeah. I wonder if he did.
Poor
the way to
Heyman.
go
He's
out
like,
there and do
crap. Oh. He's got halitosis.
He's got like tetracycline like pills in the back and for his halitosis. He's got doo-doo breath. He's just like,
Do we have to talk to each other in person? Why does he have to be so close?
he's got bad gut health. Yeah.
Chris says Don Callis got so much heat. It was so loud, probably more heat than Dominik, and everyone was cheering for Christian, even though he's a heel.
Yeah. I figured as much.
Yeah. So I want to know how much cheering really happened to some of it. I had a question on Wednesday about that, but I don't remember what it was during, and I don't know.
Was it the Don Callis event?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, he was getting booed crazy.
Yeah, but not like when they were down there. I don't feel like, but whatever. Rob is like, the sky wasn't blue in the UK these days, more gray and raining. Oh,
Yeah.
That's really sad.
You just got to watch some sky blue videos.
I think it's more normal that you don't get blue skies. So there's that. What are you doing with your primordial pouch? It's like, don't touch it, Mom. That's mine. What?
That's where he keeps his stuff.
I know. It's like the Rock's fanny pack.
Right. The
Got a
street
little
business.
fanny
Look at
pack,
this.
huh, buddy?
Ford
Got a
getting
little
busy
fanny
tonight.
pack. Walter's like, John Cena on SmackDown, and Pico says, oh, yeah. So the next pay-per-view for anyone will be on November
4th.
4th.
18th for AEW.
Oh. The next pay-per-view for WWE
Is the 4th.
is the 4th.
And then the 25th. There's two.
It's true. Pico says LA Knight has no concept of personal space. Yeah. Walter's like, Bobby Lashley with the Street Profits. Boo. Robbie says, D, you would love to be that close to Paul Heyman. He looks like he smells like an old man. I don't think
Like Sarah Logan.
Yeah, like
Like
they
I wouldn't want
look
to
like
stand
they
anywhere
smell.
near her either.
Like,
And she probably doesn't at all.
probably not. She probably clean. She's like, I took a...
She's
took
like,
a
I
bath.
took my bath this year. Like, I took it in July. Jesus.
Well, there's like Santos for the win. And Robbie says, Travis D, how is the animals at your house? Well, one of them's on my lap and he's licking himself, so he must be okay.
They're all good.
Vindicator's in the chat. For his split second, he came in and said hi. Thank you, Vindicator!
Woo!
Says, it's Talitha! Oh, hi, Travis. You're here, too. I see you. But wait a minute. It's Friday night. I'm not supposed to be here. Bye, Talitha. Bye, Travis.
Hey, Charlotte
Bye,
Flair is going to
Ben.
be wrestling against EO for the title. You might want to stick around for that.
Have a fantastic weekend.
The LWO is going to be
Thanks
on
for
right
coming in and saying hi.
Yeah.
Pico says, remind me who's Sarah Logan again?
She is the Viking Raider's wife. They call her Valhalla now.
Yeah, that lady. She wears all the skins of dead animals.
Like a
How does
rat.
PETA feel? Do you think PETA like gives her nasty grams all the time?
Oh, I guarantee it. She posts on her Instagram the dead deers that she kills. She kills like 5 or 6 at a time. I don't even know how it's legal.
Yeah, I don't know how that's legal either. That's crazy.
They probably just do it on their own land or something. But I
I don't
think
think you
do
can
that.
even on your own land. I don't
Well,
think
that's
you
what
can.
I was talking to Brett about because he has that. He kept his mother-in-law's ranch out there, and in Iona, and they turned it into like a deer sanctuary, and then they go hunt on it, and they have cameras all over and stuff, and so they know where and why and stuff. He's like, but those damn deer know it's deer season,
Oh, yeah, they do.
and they only come out at night. He's like, and they're everywhere at night. They come in and eat, and then they leave. And he's like, and they all go to the same spot, but you can't hunt there. It's like, they're so smart.
They're like, we learned. Survival of the fittest.
Dude, that UFC event tomorrow, like, I don't think anybody realizes. I couldn't have made a better card if I did a fantasy one.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you brought Khabib back, you could put Khabib. And, of course, I like Oliveira. Mm-hmm. But this dude, is fantastic. The Australian.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably the best pound-for-pound fighter, even though he can't beat Islam yet. But he took him all 5 last time.
Right.
And he's fighting him again this time.
We'll see if it changes.
No, I think he can beat Islam.
Oh, Robbie says, Vin is in the house, so you know that it's a great night. He's only in for a split second and said bye. But it was nice that he came in.
Is he going to come back when Liv comes out of retirement?
No. Robbie says, D, what can I say? You're irresistible that way. People tune in for you, not the wrestling. LOL. Why do you have to be so mean?
That's how it's supposed to be. It's the whole point of the channel.
As he's sarcastically saying it. It's because of you, so irresistible.
Right. That's exactly what they're looking for.
They're like, oh, we're looking for your fat ass on there. It's fantastic.
I showed her a video of herself yesterday, and she's had all sorts of issues today. Hey, where's Selena Vega? Where's Selena Vega? Where's Selena Vega? Why don't I see Selena Vega?
I don't see myself that way, so it's really hard to see myself that way. Because in my mind, I'm a skinny bitch.
You go in the bathroom, you're looking in the mirror, you're like, just looking at the eyes.
I have like a different
I
body dysmorphia issue.
Right.
I can fit into this. Why the fuck is this so small?
I'm probably a size 3. You're like, you buy it online, you're like, what the fuck is this? This isn't even a last thing.
Sometimes it feels like that. It's weird. I'm totally not that size. Yeah, you a bitch. You are that fucking size. No, I'm not.
I got 40 more pounds to lose to get back to where I was in May. I gained 40 pounds since May.
That's terrible.
Yeah, oh, tell me about it.
Robbie's like, nah, I mean it. No, you don't. You lying, son. Sophie says Roma versus LA Knight is going to be an interesting main event for
God.
Crown Jewel. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Have we seen it before? I feel like we've seen LA Knight and Roman Reigns have a fight before.
No.
Oh, it hasn't happened ever.
Looking at?
Don't you be looking at him like that.
He was the one looking at me.
That don't matter. You don't look at him.
He's like,
Exactly.
cross-eyed.
It's like, he's like Shawn Michaels.
You don't like to be called Shawn Michaels. He's like, I don't know who that is. I don't like that.
That name is stupid.
All right, we are underway. It looks like we have Santos Escobar going up
Versus
against
Montez Ford.
Montez.
Montez Ford.
He's a Ford.
Montez Ford.
He built Ford
Somebody
tough.
says, it is sounding like Rhea will be main eventing the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
It's in February. It's going to be in Aussie.
Oh. Is it because she's from New Zealand?
It's probably because they don't have any champions on the card, maybe. Maybe they're planning on Roman not wrestling.
I guess. Or he's like, I can't make it to Australia.
Or no Brock.
Pickle's like, wow, Debo eyes. Is that what those are?
I'm sorry, I call him Zeus still, because he was a no holds barred. I need to watch that stupid ass movie. We watched it not too long ago. What, about 2 years ago, I think?
Something like that. It's been a minute.
Rip. It's Rip and Zeus. Zeus! They had a actual match in WWE after that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he was Zeus. He was a WWE superstar for a little
That's
bit.
funny.
And he was the human wrecking machine, he's Zeus. And
That's funny.
he wore the same outfit as he did in the movie.
Ford thought he almost had Santos.
Yeah, well, he should have Santos. Although Santos is a singles wrestler and should win this, but I'm not a fan, so I'm going to say Ford should win, but he's not going to. Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
He got him in the face hole.
I have a feeling that Carlito could show up in this. Look at the elevation, Holmes.
Pico's like, yo, better tuck yo chain. HBK coming.
Nobody cares about HBK.
Hi.
Oh!
It's because he looks like that.
Hey.
I need a cowboy hat.
Some weird pants. He wears a bow tie.
Is it or a bolo?
You got to get the longer bow tie looking. Yeah, like the bolo. He'd kill himself with it. It's like chewing on it and swallowing it. If he had a bolo.
Oh my god, yeah, the leather. He would definitely eat it.
He's like.
Robbie's like, will WWE have any more tournaments? I guess it depends on which brand you watch. If you watch NXT, they have them all the time.
Yeah, there's 3 tournaments or 2 tournaments going on right now in WWE or NXT. I have a question. We have any NBA fans up in here?
Toasted breakfast tacos?
What is this middle of the season bracket thing that they're doing? Anybody see this? Anybody NBA fan? Anybody? They're doing a tournament in the middle of the season. I know college does that. They have those little tournaments, and then they obviously have March Madness, but they have other tournaments that lead to that.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's interesting. They're trying to change the way the All-Star game is. Just go back to like it used to be, where the East plays the West, which it should have never went away from that.
Right.
I mean, I get the whole point of having a draft, which is cool, but you would just pick a captain from the East and a captain from the West and then have them draft guys from the East and from the West. It doesn't have to be... What they did is they're just like, okay, we'll have 2 captains and they get to pick whoever they want.
Oh, huh.
From either side, so you got teammates playing each other.
That's weird.
It's dumb.
Robbie says, pass the bucket if HBK is coming out. Thomas is in the chat. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Says, hey, guys, what's up? Not much. How are you doing? Woo. How's your dad? Robbie says, are the Clippers and the Nets still up there?
Good? The Clippers are always usually pretty good, over the last couple decades or whatever. They used to be the worst team in the league. And the Nets were terrible when they were in New Jersey. But then they went to Brooklyn, and then they became pretty good. But you shouldn't ask me anything about basketball, because I only play the video game. And I play the video game in the 90s. So I do go into the early 2000s. But speaking of that, I need to buy that damn game, the new one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
It came out.
It's been out in September or
now.
something.
It might still be expensive.
They're never.
It's probably at least $5 or $10 cheaper, though.
They're like, hey, look at this vehicle. It drives itself.
That's what I need.
Fucking retards.
What the?
That shit is going to come back and murder people and do stuff. And then they're going to be like,
I don't know if you've seen
whose fault is it? Is it the car's fault or the person's fault? We should ban cars.
You're not listening.
Oh,
You can... Do you need me to come at you?
Meh.
They sell these orange cone stickers. They're about like this big. And they look like an orange cone. So people are putting them on their cars, on their back. And the Teslas, their systems see that and they think there's road construction, so they slow down to like 5 miles an hour. And so it screws up their navigation because they're looking for the cones and they can't see them. And then there's one there, so they know there's cones. So they'll merge and then they slow down because there's cones, but obviously you're going to keep going at 60 or whatever. That's true shit. That's pretty funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
And so now people, like, you can just buy them on, like, the TikTok shop. And so they're like, it's one of, like, the number one things that you can buy.
They're like, we'll get rid of these stupid cars. Fuck you, Elon Musk.
Musk's like,
God damn it.
make sure it's not
They
a
always
sticker.
find a way.
We need smarter AI.
Hackers. The hackers. It's like the Tesla place that burnt up. Cracks me up.
Yeah, there's so not Tesla, but Elon Musk and his SpaceX stuff. They are sending up satellites right now. They have been forever because that internet. But they merged with T-Mobile, like they signed a deal, so they're together.
Uh-huh.
And so they're trying to get satellite cell service going. And that's what T-Mobile's working with them with, right? So AT&T's like panic mode, and so they're trying to stop it through the courts. And it's like, why would you stop progress? Why didn't you just jump on board? Don't stop progress. I want to be able to use my phone in the middle of fucking the ocean. Satellite coming over, you're like, hey, I'm in the middle of the Pacific. What's up? I don't know exactly my longitude and latitude, but I need help. I'm on a raft.
Right? They're like, we don't want to get rid of our towers. We don't want to have that.
It costs too much money, and they finally get there, and now they're like,
God damn
we don't need a tower.
But then they're like, we're not putting up any more satellites. And like, bitches, you're going to have to now. Fuck off, man. Better get with it, Dish Network and DirecTV. You better throw up some satellites, assholes. Times are changing again. Nothing's all about streaming anymore.
It's funny, now everybody's going into space, but the satellite companies are like, I'm going to go landline. Why is everybody else going up in the air? I'm going landline, man. I want that hardwire.
Harley's like, there's a lot of sports games on this weekend for the city of Detroit. Piccolo says, it's a play-in. That stuff you're talking about with the NBA.
Oh, is that
that is the first time they've established it. It's a play-in.
That's silly. Is it so it's just for the last seed team? I'm okay with that if it's just for like one team to get into the playoffs.
Thomas says he's good and I'm okay. Just okay? Well, I'm glad your dad's doing good. Piccolo says, to be fair, no, Ravi. And Sophie's like, I thought Michael Cole got the whole week off. I guess he did not. You were misinformed.
Maybe he did. Maybe he took it off last Saturday and came back to work on Friday.
Maybe. Ravi's like, oh, really, Cola? And Thomas says, by the way, RoboCop is out today.
Wait, what? Like they made another RoboCop?
Like a new one? Is this something in the States as well, or is this something that got released just in the European
Or did they
nations?
redo it?
Let's see. Sophie says
redo RoboCop 1?
Logan Paul is also going to be on Raw this Monday. He is. Piccolo says Clippers are maybe the third best team in its state. Montez won? Damn, I didn't expect
cheated,
that.
But yeah, it's fine.
Cheater.
Nothing cheating in sports, right? It's only cheating if you get caught, right, Houston?
Oh. Sophie says Astros. Anybody?
Uh-oh, it's Carlito. Look, he's breaking furniture.
Is he going to spit in their faces with an apple?
No, he's not cool anymore.
Oh, that's
yeah, he only spits in the face of people that aren't cool, and then he'd have to spit in his own face. And that's really hard to do.
Sophie says the new Spider-Man video game is out today.
I saw somebody on Twitter, they lit their house on fire trying to download it. So I don't know what that was all about, but he was trying to download it on his PlayStation. His PlayStation's caught on fire, and it lit the freaking wall on fire. I'm like, that's cool.
You're like,
some good pub.
So
Spider-Man burnt down my house.
So there's something wrong with your PS5.
It was a 4.
Oh, well, that's probably why. It's like, I can't do this.
I'm struggling.
It warned him multiple times that it was broken.
We're overheating.
No, you're not, bitch. Shut up. Now, really, I've got problems.
Continue. I racked on the axe.
I don't understand why it started on fire. It's like full of gunk. I'm like, gotta watch this guy. This guy who cleans video game consoles and stuff, and people send them to him. Mm-hmm. So he put it on TikTok because, he puts his videos on there. He goes, I have never seen, and I'm pretty sure it was a PS4 or something. And he goes, I have never seen a game system this bad. It was full of freaking tar. From resin.
Oh, weed. That's hilarious.
Literally full.
He's like, I can't clean this because I'll have to touch it.
Yeah, I mean, and he was like doing it without masks on and stuff. I'm like, dude, that's dumb. You're going to get like contact stuff from that. You probably should have like double pairs of gloves on and a hazmat suit to clean that in your alcohol that you're cleaning it in.
Do you remember the laptop that I had when we first met?
Yeah.
It was like, that was my first laptop.
Yeah, the heavy one.
No, that was the one you bought me.
No, the HP one that you had before that was kind of heavy.
No, it was heavy compared to nowadays ones, but it was just an HP. Had the black top. Mm-hmm. Anyways, I couldn't use it because it would overheat like all the time. And so what I would do is I'd open the freezer and I would set it in there, and then I could do my fantasy stuff on it while it was in the freezer. And then I would like turn it off. And then I was at a yard sale one time and I found this like base that had like 6 fans on it. Mm-hmm. And I hooked that up and it hooked to the USB. And that would let me use it for a while, but it'd still overheat and just shut off. So when I moved, I was like, I should probably just take this apart and see why it overheats. Maybe replace the fan, because I thought the fan didn't work.
Right.
It was packed full. And so there's a tube that comes to the fan, and then there's the fan. The fan in between each blade and the tube was filled with hair. I mean, it was so full that there's no way it could breathe.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to use like toothpicks and Q-tips and everything else, because I'm sure they had tweezers or something you could use. I didn't have them anyways. I played with that thing, blew it out the air compressor and stuff. Because I tried that too. I tried to blow it out, but you can't blow it out when it's in that tube inside.
Yeah.
There. Anyways, got it all clean and all shiny. I took it all the way apart, took the fan out, literally the blades, and wiped them with rubbing alcohol. Like, I cleaned the shit out. That thing hummed. Like, you could hear the fan. It's like,
oh, thank God somebody saved me.
I used it for like another 3 years.
Poor thing. It's like, help me.
It had
help me.
It had 1 gigabit of RAM when I got it.
Right.
So it was a machine. It had 1 gig. And then I remember upgrading it to 4, and it used 3.9 or something, and I'm like,
nice.
It wouldn't even run this right now is running at 5 right now.
Right.
The RAM, I'm like, my shit wouldn't even work. Wouldn't even work. But yeah, that's a true story. So I know all about dirty internals on those things.
That's funny. Robbie says, D, what's wrong with a car that drives itself? It runs over people. It's happened a couple of times. FaZe Game says, what are you watching SmackDown on? Because I already tried how you guys told me. Other than that, sweetie, you might want to just do a search online. Maybe TikTok. I don't know. But I don't condone that stuff.
TikTok's where I get all my...
That would be the only place I could think of. If it didn't work, that it's not on your actual Fox station, which is weird. Robbie says, Elon Musk, does he know the tricky talk dances? Of course he does. Thomas says, the game. Oh, RoboCop the game.
Oh, wow.
That's an interesting thing to have out.
I'd probably play that.
Robbie's like, the guy running with the chair looks like he's been interrupted from his food to come out. It's Carlito.
It's Carlito.
Film says, yes, can't wait for the ladies tonight. And Harley says the Detroit Red Wings have 2 games this weekend. Cortland says, how many times are they going to make Io Sky defend the title on SmackDown? Jesus. Well, she should defend the title, right? She is a champion. Oh, look, she's got the purple hair tonight.
I know.
Cute as shit.
Try not to look.
Aw, that's adorbs. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You don't like it?
No, I like it.
What
I just had inappropriate things to say about her. Well, because Carlito's there. She's going to spit in his face. Because she's cool.
And he's not.
And he's not cool anymore. But then it turns into like a weird pornographic movie.
Ravi says, Indy Hartwell going to take on L on NXT, LOL. Take an L, probably. And Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce.
Isn't she wrestling on the main roster on Monday?
I thought they were wrestling on Raw for that NXT title. Becky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they're
on Raw.
There, it's on Raw. So it's not going to be in NXT. It's going to be on Raw. Bryce says, happy Friday, guys. What's been going on? Not much. Bryce, how are you doing, man?
Can't raise my right arm.
Ravi says, was that your PS4D? No. Bryce says, well, just happy it's Friday. Sophie says Charlotte versus Io is the main event. Ravi says, if you want your electronics fixed, cleaned, send them to Travis's house. Film says Lena Vega. And Ravi says, Film, are you reborn again?
I love that he's back to 100%.
Strong as a global phenomenon.
Like KSI's forehead.
It sounds terrifying.
You saw it, though, didn't you?
KSI's forehead?
Yeah. It's something to be seen, and I'm somebody that has a huge forehead. But his is, like, game-changing.
So instead of a 5 head, his is a 10? No. Is that really?
Yeah, that's Jake Paul.
Whatever. That's not. That's
Yeah,
Photoshop. That's not his real head.
That's what he looks like.
No.
It's because
You guys are making fun of him.
it's because it's slanted back. This hairline starts like right here. No. And so it just looks like that in that picture. You'd have to just look him up.
That's a terrible picture.
That's why he always wears a do-rag. He always has a bandana on in his videos. Because his hairline doesn't start to look back here. The dude's worth like $100 million. You'd think he could just go get it.
He's like, I'm going to go get some Bosley.
See you guys. Go to Bosley. They have it in Turkey. Like a better one.
Robbie says D is defo reborn again. Cool. Thomas says Impact are trying to sign Punk. Oh, yeah? That's funny.
What the? Do they have that kind of money? That's cool. I mean, if he works for Impact, he done lost his mind. He's done. He'd be better off in Japan.
Robbie says KSI defo a side man taking that L on his own pay-per-view. Oh
Not
my God.
only that.
Not only his loss, but
the complaining about it, and now today he appealed it.
Yeah.
The loss. He thinks he won that somehow.
The loss. That not only did they go back and say
That he lost on all 3 judges.
all 3 judges lost, because they had one judge that gave him
a draw.
A draw.
And then he screwed up because they couldn't do a simple arithmetic when they
they couldn't add right. The 3 didn't add up to the 7 that they really
I don't know
wanted.
how you can't add 6 numbers together, but
anyways, and so yeah. So there's that. It's pretty funny, actually. It just makes him look bad, and it makes him look even worse with
obviously that's fake, but that's what it used to look like when he was younger. But see, it's just because it doesn't start. So when he leans forward a little bit, it looks like
why they're like, look what he looked like at 14. Now look what he looks like.
Yeah.
Hear me out. So this is what.
That's why it looks so funny. And so if he just tilts like that, it looks like it's 18 feet high.
Right.
It's an optical illusion. Poor guy.
I don't feel bad for him.
You know, McKenna don't like him anymore. It's funny because she liked him. And she was so upset that he might have won. I was like, I think he might have won that fight. And then she's like, now the Jake Paul fight won't happen, and blah, 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 blah. She just wants to see Jake Paul fight KSI. And I don't bet you money that KSI don't want to fight Jake Paul.
I don't think he'd
Although
want
they both
to.
did decent.
He'd have to actually do actual boxing, like he was supposed to do with this one, and he tried his hardest not to.
His jumping jacks.
He tried so hard that he got him called on a back of the head punch, which is even funnier that he lost a fucking point for it. It's still won.
You know what's funny is that Ravi might even do this too, but Fury was saying he was doing star jumps.
What the fuck?
I'm like, what the hell's it? Oh, jumping jacks are star jumps? That's awesome. He was doing star jumps? And I'm like,
is that what they're called there? Oh my god, you guys are so retarded.
Star jumps.
Well, you look like a star when you jump.
I don't know why we call it jacks. I guess it makes more sense star jump than a jumping jack.
I don't think a star jump makes any sense either, but that's funny.
I was like, hey, that's cool.
Thomas says Japan don't want Punk. I don't know. You know, I have no idea who would or wouldn't want him.
Maybe he can sign with WWE India. They're doing stuff over there, and that's a huge audience.
Robbie says, always film when I watch the Gab. Ew. Cortland says, should John Cena have a match at Crown Jewel? It depends. Maybe his schedule doesn't work.
Is he going to fight himself?
You put the L in SNL.
Isn't that him?
Yeah, it's him.
He's both guys. He can't talk. Is Damian Priest going to be there?
He can talk, kind of.
I'm not going to be watching.
Me neither. I don't watch SNL anymore. It's not as good as it used to be. Cortland said that, and Robbie says, on the card, did you watch that woman, Astrid Wet? Oh, God. Why the fuck would your name be that? Fight. She's odd, that woman. I don't know. I did not watch any of it, really.
I probably did. I had it on, but my daughter was here, and so we were just hanging out, and her boyfriend came over, and so we were all just kind of talking. But I'm pretty sure I did. I remember the women's fight.
I was in and out and making food, so I have no idea. Robbie's like, oh, well, you laughing. Don't look like a square box when you jump. Nobody said anything about a square box. What are you talking about, dude?
Is a jack a square box?
I don't think so.
I thought a jack was those things that you throw.
Yeah, looks like a star.
Yeah.
Jumping jack, like jacks.
And they freak out.
Yeah. Well, it's like...
What are those called? Are they called stars there?
Probably. What was that game called? Jacks? Just Jacks. It was called Jacks.
Yeah. I don't remember how it was played. I think there was a rubber ball.
Yeah, it was a ball, and you had to like bounce the ball and then grab as many jacks as you could.
Before it bounced again?
Before it like bounced again or something.
I'd just throw it over the school.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know how it worked.
Yeah. It's just called Jacks. Happy Jacks and Merry Jacks. That's why it's called jumping jacks. See, because you look like that. Mm-hmm. But they say it's a star. A bunch of wackos.
Star jumps.
Star jumps. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Tommy Fury. All he was doing is star jumps and right overhand rights. And it's like, yeah, that's not going to win you, man.
Walter's like, John Cena promo. Good matches coming up. And boo, Jimmy Uso and Solo backstage. He's got him fired up. Robbie's like, star jumps, LO. I know it's a funny name, but an effective exercise.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, if you want your boobs smacking you in the face constantly. So effective.
We'll wrap you up like a mummy.
So effective. You know, it's really bad for your knees, but that's all right. So effective.
Land on your toes. What are you out there doing?
Jumping jacks.
Jump rope.
Unfortunately, Cena has a dork face.
John Cena's retiring.
I gotta go back to Hollywood, guys. I can't be part of this anymore. Rise like star jump. Oh, I read that. Chris says, I'm surprised they haven't had Scherzer versus Verlander in this series, but just saw for Game 6. Still aren't doing it. Maybe if there is a Game 7. Robbie says, did that happen to you? Your books smack you with the star jumps, LOLD? Boobs.
Yeah, her books were just nailing her. The librarian was all sorts of pissed off at her. Like, quit doing that in here.
That's not how you treat books. He's going to be honest with himself. It's gross. Ooh, his streak that doesn't really exist. Robbie's like, hello, I was trying to be clean as it's a family show. Whatever, family show. That's hilarious. Did he just yuck like Goofy?
Yuck, yuck.
Huck yuck. Huck yuck. Chris says, maybe you'll see me on Rampage tonight. And there also is Battle of the Belts tomorrow after Collision.
Might be able to watch all that stuff because the UFC will be over by then.
I'm not watching any of it.
You gotta watch it.
I'm not watching it. I want to watch scary movies.
It's pretty scary.
Like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Too. We watched Nightmare on Elm Street.
That was the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
I didn't know. So I've never seen him. I didn't realize that Freddy was goofy. Like, he was all goofy. And I was like, why is he goofy? Like, is that supposed to be scary when they're goofy and trying to kill you?
Like a clown.
Do you want to play a game?
I was like, Cena is finished in WWE. Chris says, damn. Even Edge is having better than
He's
Cena.
talking about retirement right now. That's why the crowd's booing.
No, you can't. Chris like, yeah, Freddy is goofy. He's like the Deadpool of the horror universe. Is it because he's a kid pedophile?
Who is this?
Freddy Krueger.
He wasn't a pedophile. They just said he killed 20 kids.
He murdered children. He probably did stuff to him before that. Yeah. In the thing, it says he was a child molester. So what's right?
What kind of thing?
The information about it. Blood Ninja in the chat. Hey, Blood Ninja. Where'd you go? Just kidding. Hello, I'm new here. Hello.
Good to see you in here.
I'm not new here. I've been here for 4 years.
4 scores.
4 scores. 7 years ago. Anyways, we're watching some SmackDown. You a big
John
WWE
Cena
fan? Robbie says, D, what the one scary movie you can't watch if you're asked to watch it? E.T. Just kidding.
He hasn't had a match in 2,000-something days, and he's going to wrestle.
That train had a very long beep of its beep horn.
Who's it going to be?
Who's going to come through the curtain?
Solo.
It's the Iron Curtain. What are you going to do about that?
The Iron Claw.
You know, Ravi, I don't know if I really have a scary movie that I can't watch. Like, they don't really affect me that way. Like, jump scaring, maybe I might, like, if I'm that involved in it, I might get, like, but it's not like I can't watch them. Do I enjoy it? Do I want to watch most of them? No. Most of them are so corny, I'm just like, I can't watch this and be serious. There's no way this is serious. Some of it I just watch for nostalgia's sake.
I want to watch The Exorcist, the new one.
Ooh, yeah.
It's not ready yet for me.
How about The Exorcism of Emily Rose? Let's watch that one.
Ugh, I hate that.
Why? Because it's so creepy?
Yeah, because she's like upside down, staring at her dorm rate. She's just like, and it's like, I could have lived my whole life without seeing that.
That's so great. Blood Ninja says, so what's your channel about? Wrestling content only or everything in between? We talk about everything. I mean, we watch wrestling. We're watching SmackDown right now.
John Cena's beating up Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, it's not a match or anything. It's just him beating him up and taking him out. And then Jimmy's going to get involved.
Or Jimmy, sorry.
Oh, no. Jimmy got involved and kicked him in the face again.
Was the worst
like
super
normal.
Kick I've ever seen.
John Cena's really selling it, though. Good for him.
He's the best at it.
He's so good at it. He's like, I'm not even here. Anyways, but we talk about other stuff, too. Lots of other stuff.
Whatever you want to talk about.
Other sports, food, all kinds of things
Definitely
happen.
other sports.
Chris Cena says they gonna get smoked. Gunter music hits.
Jay's there, guys.
Jay came down to help him. He's like, attack me on my own show. So he's like, I can't believe Cena hasn't won a single TV match since 2018. Boom's like, here it comes, so low. And Ravi says, oh, E.T. I know, right? Shit your pants, scary, totally. Was Paranormal Activity scary for you? I thought it had moments, but not overall scary.
You know, I've never seen it, but I know about it. And so it would be cooler if it was real.
Yeah.
Like those kind of movies that are like billed to be real and then they're not.
So let me explain to you, Ravi, about Paranormal Activity stuff for me. You know this show? Have you ever heard of shows like Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures or any of those? There were shows on TV. These guys, they go to places, they search for ghosts. So scary. Like people are like, oh my God, there was so ghosts in there. I fall asleep to those shows, by the way. And they're real places that these people go to that do all their scientific research. They spend the night and everything. They're like, did you hear that? They're like, oh my gosh, like, did you hear that? Look at the little needle, it went up.
Or my favorite is like they go back and they record it and then they're like, did you hear what he just said?
Oh, you know, there are some things like Paranormal Activity things that have like given me a little bit of like a hair raise or goosebumps a little bit and stuff like that. But
I got chased out of my old high school one.
It would have to be something that probably physically would happen to me in order for me to be like, I'm scared now. So Paranormal Activity, I could probably watch the show, but I would just be like, this is fucking stupid. Like the whole time, I would just be like, this is not even.
That's
how
your
is this
safety
even?
mechanism. You try not to get invested in that.
I've gotten invested in shows. To this day, and he doesn't watch Disney, The Watcher in the Woods still to this day gives me chilly goosebumps. And I've seen that show I don't know how many times. And I never say, oh, this is stupid. But it still gives me the chills. Like, but you cannot tell me that if I sat there all serious into Nightmare on Elm Street, you'd be like, you're scared of that?
That show was dumb as fuck. It was the first time I had ever seen it, and it was like, what the fuck?
I tried my hardest, and I'm like...
To be honest, I was pissed that it ended, because it didn't make any sense. So now, right. I either have to watch part 2 or read about what the fuck happened in part 1.
They're showing highlights from Paul and his fight.
Yeah.
And he called out Rey.
Stuff.
That's hilarious.
They got that DAZN.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Is his hand?
Is he here tonight? I thought he wasn't coming until
I'm
Monday.
pretty sure they said next Friday. And why would he be on SmackDown or Raw if he's fighting Rey Mysterio?
Oh, yeah. That doesn't make any sense. Well, his cut on his other side of his eye healed pretty good. It looks like he's got a little bit of a black eye out.
When he got hit by a microphone?
Yeah, his microphone smacking.
That was so stupid.
Chris says, yeah, horror movies don't scare me. The only thing that gets to me is when it's rooted in actually demonic lore and satanic imagery stuff. I don't like seeing that.
Yeah,
and Travis are like on the same page with that stuff.
Yeah, because if it's any thrasher, anything that could be like a real no
like
fear.
Even Saw, it's like
let's stop.
Like, oh my God, oh no, you have to cut your own foot off. Oh. How's this real?
To play a game.
To play a game. Great, can you just kill me? I'm ready to die now. Can we just do this and be done? I say Travis would watch 10 sports events in one night if D let him.
Yeah.
No, he really wouldn't watch 10 sports events, Ravi. It would depend on what it is. But there are other things Travis would rather watch.
Like Scout's Guide to a Zombie Apocalypse.
Like that movie is a safety net right now. Films like Cena gets the W. Ravi says, yeah, I know about the ghost shows. Yeah. So Paranormal Activity, I feel like is like a fake version of that stuff. So Chris says, I liked the Ghost Adventures TV shows and the Dead Files. Yeah, I've fallen asleep to those or have them on the background. I've always fallen asleep. It's funny. When Travis and I first started dating and stuff, that was basically if it was on, I was gone. I was dead. Quentin says shades of SummerSlam when Jimmy cost Jay the undisputed title. Film says, so Miss D, how do you feel about Goosebumps reboot on Disney Plus?
She's never seen it.
I've never seen Goosebumps. And you know what's even weirder? I've never read any of the books. Not one.
I've read one. It was about a camp.
Yeah. I've never read a book. Never read a book, so I don't really have feelings or thoughts about the Goosebumps. What I've seen for their previews, it looks very adult-orientated rather than kid-orientated, which I think is weird. But that's just the takeout that I've gotten from their whatever. So he says, with Jimmy and Jay fighting each other, I don't know how they are going to hold that off until Mania. And the last match Cena won was against Triple H in one of the first Saudi Arabia pay-per-views.
No, he said that he hasn't won a match on TV in 2008. So yeah, I mean, whoever he won, he's talking about on television that he hasn't won a match in 2000 whatever days. So even though he won that match, it doesn't count for what he's talking about. Unless it was free on TV.
Right. Robbie's like, D, would you say psychic mediums are truthful when they claim to speak to the dead? So Travis doesn't believe in any of that stuff. I think there are people out there who are sensitive to that kind of stuff. But I don't know if they really can talk to quote unquote dead people or souls.
Now, Alba Fire and Isladon probably can.
That have passed over. I know there's a lot of people that say they can, but I don't know. I grew up in a household that wasn't like against any of that stuff, so I'm very open to it. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of people out there who play on people's wants and grief about stuff. Is how I see it. But Film says, I still like the 98 version better. Oh, of the Goosebumps. I don't know. Did they have a show during 98? I mean, I know they did a movie. I mean, I don't know if the movie was a reboot or if it was just
a movie.
Was that Homeboy?
Was that the one Jack Black was
Jack
on?
Black, yeah. The Goosebumps movie.
Oh, you showed me that.
I don't know if I showed you, but I'm pretty sure McKenna was young enough that we watched it with her, the first one. I think there's a second one, maybe. Chris says Alba and Isla and says, like that Bray Wyatt style promo from Alba and Isla. Very dark and spooky.
Definitely. Which is
for
Halloween
spooky season. Rob is like, wasn't there a woman that had a show on Discovery Home and Health on TLC that claimed to be a psychic medium? Yeah, was it Long Island Medium?
Oh, yeah. That was the one. You liked that one.
Teresa Caputo. She's gotten a lot of heat lately about being maybe a fake. Which most of them that usually happens with, by the way.
I just like Miss Cleo. She's the only real one that's ever happened. Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo?
You could call her on the phone and she could tell you everything.
Yeah.
She didn't even need to be there with you reading your palm or anything.
Yeah, Miss Cleo. Rob is like, yeah, that's the 1D. I look at it like this. If you have to take whatever it is, let's say she can. Okay, let's say she has a gift and she can do what she says she can do, okay? If you have to take your talent, okay, or gift or whatever you want to call it, and what do you call that when you exploit it?
Right.
There, that's the word I was looking for. Exploit that to make money? I think you're a fucking fraud. I feel like if you believe in God, right? And God gave you a gift. And God gave you this particular gift. It is not given to you to use to make profit. Ever. Fucking ever. And so that's why I have a hard time with those kind of people.
The Raw GM
thinking they're real. Or it's whatever. Why is he here?
Because Jay.
Oh, because Jay is.
Ooh, Postman Pierce is going to be pissed. SmackDown's GM doesn't mess around.
Oh, no. Now they're going to have fights.
Oh, you know what that's leading to? Survivor Series.
Dun, dun, dun. I like him throwing his weight around.
Survivor Series.
I like it when Wells throw their weight around, too, but that doesn't mean I have to see it on my TV. Robbie's like, that Tyler Henry medium guy defo a faker. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Have a fabulous weekend, hon.
It's Logan Paul.
P. Cola's in the chat. Again, it says, okay, take care, Walter. Charlatans. Yeah, charlatans. Chris says they are just doing this for Survivor Series. Nick Aldis versus Adam Pearce. It's true that. Chris, you called it just like Travis. P. Cola says them and their snake oil tactics. Robbie says, D, is there different to a sports person or musician or artist or actor using their talent to make money? It's different. It's different because a sports person, you can watch them play a game and you can determine that, yes, they deserve that money because they're out there playing a game and using their athletic talent that they have in order to do it. A musician, you can hear them sing or whatever,
shake their ass,
play an instrument or whatever it is they do. You can physically see it happening. An artist, you can watch the paint or the sculpture or whatever that they made. They're putting it in their imagination and then just wanting you to believe it. And it's in the eye of the beholder, right?
That sounds like a politician.
Yeah.
It's in my brain.
Trust me. It's in my brain. Trust me. And that's kind of what it is, though, right? I mean, if they were so serious about their gift or talent that they have, why are they exploiting that about themselves? It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting. And not only that, but they're taking advantage of people. Whether or not what they can do is true or not, I don't know. Don't care. I'm just saying their actions are gross. How I see it. Maybe other people.
Go take shots.
Don't hide it behind the
He just took
mask
a shot right
hiding.
at Ray.
Not the hiding behind the mask. Let's see. Chris says, what a waste of talent, man. Nick Aldis should be having a match with Gunther. He's okay as a general manager.
Yeah, let him run
Maybe
his
he
course.
wants to be a working man instead of a working man. Film's like, boo, Logan Paul, boo. Bye, Walter. Film says, got Logan Paul out here talking to us about his life and stuff and making fun of people with masks on.
Yeah. Last
Not
time
his
he beat
son.
him, Dominik was his son.
Ooh, he's calling them all out. Oh, did you need to cuddle today? Is that why you're here? You're a weirdo cat.
Last time I beat Rey Mysterio, LA Knight didn't even have a job.
Oh, no. Mean. Chris says Logan Paul, LA Knight was in NXT when you beat Ray, you dumb fuck. He had a job. He was just in NXT. That's right. Hello, sir. You gonna show your butt off? There, like, here's my butt. Cuddles. Rob is like, Paul in the ring with a great promo. Defo improved.
Yeah, it's getting better. Well, it's funny because he can do it live. It's just harder to do it in front of a live crowd.
Mm-hmm. Chris says Logan versus MJF in an ass hat match. Ew, he doesn't need respect. RSCPECT. Do. What?
Nothing.
He's
Ray
got a
has
legacy. I want to be the U.S. champion.
Look at Logan. Maybe Logan can do what Gunther did and bring relevancy back to the title.
Ooh, relevancy. Ooh, there's your poppies. Look at him. Wow. Oh no, Crown Jewel's gonna have to beat up another.
All sorts of deadbeat dads.
Oh no, not the other deadbeat dad. What Jewel's a deadbeat dad?
Ray, remember? Dominik's.
But who else was it that he
Right below the belt.
Robbie says, if you get nervous speaking, ain't you meant envision the crowd naked to ease the nerves?
I don't know if I'd want to see
Supposedly
any
they
of them
say,
naked.
but there's a lot of people in those audiences I would not want to even imagine naked. Let alone
I'd have to
see 'em
move
in
some
person
people
naked.
around and then have some people in the front row. And
Be like, oh, boobs. Then Travis would just lose all track of his mind and be like, oh, blah, blah. They drool. It'd be disgusting. People would be all like upset because he's a perv, and
there'd be no.
he'd be like that kid on Road Trip. Not Road Trip. Not Road Trip. What's the one? He gets the boner at the where you're not supposed to have sex.
Oh yeah, sex drive.
Sex drive. Travis would be out there with a boner trying to talk to the audience. It's promo.
Everything.
Boobs. Chris is like, Dominik versus Logan. Why would he want to go against that guy? Ooh, now my
But
son,
with talent.
Dominik.
No.
Pickle is like American Pie Kid. No, not quite like that. I don't know if you've ever seen Sex Drive, Pickle. I don't know if that's a movie you've ever seen, but
If you haven't seen it, it's great.
it's one of those goofy comedy movies that I'm not sure you would enjoy. But there's a funny part in it where the girl so he's up on stage and these girls are taking off their shirts. And so there's these boobs in the back behind the curtains. And he's just like,
And they're doing like
they
a
have
vow
like
of
They
chastity.
have like an 8-month pregnant woman out there.
And she's doing her like, why I became chastised or whatever. Don't have sex. He told me he loved me. And he's sitting there like,
He's all like got a
with a
boner because he's
boner.
watching boobs in the back.
he's like, does that story excite you? He's like, what?
What are you talking? His friends in the audience are like, it's pretty funny.
You took a vow of chastity with a heart on.
Hardcore. Sorry, we have Rey Mysterio out here talking to Logan Paul, by the way.
Seth Green is Amish.
Yeah.
He's
That was
one of the
pretty funny.
Amish guys.
He's going to give him the opportunity. That's very nice of him. Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio.
Boom,
Ooh,
another
crown
title match. We got
jewel.
4 of them set. 4 matches set.
Alexander Bentley in the chat. Hey, Alexander.
Alexander.
Hi, how you doing?
Great name.
Robbie says all unexpected boners, not the one. It's true. Robert Warney in the chat. Hey, Robert says, hey, y'all, I'm sorry I was late to join the live. No worries, my man. Probably busy with life. It happens. It's a Friday. I don't even know why you're here. Just kidding. I'm glad that you're here,
Look
though.
at the size difference.
Oh, it's cute. Chris says Logan versus Rey should be in a ladder match. Is he going to really shake his hand?
Yeah. He might get slapped or something.
Oh, is he going to get slapped? Who's going to slap who?
It would be Logan slapping him.
He's got a mic in his hand. Is he going to hit him? Ray's like, I'll put this down. And then maybe.
Shake his hand, Ray. Are you
Don't
man
do
enough,
it.
Ray?
Don't do it.
Are you man enough, Ray?
No, don't do it.
Touch the tips.
No.
They're gonna
Just
touch
the tip. Ah, there it is. He shook his hand. He's like, this is weird. I'm not used to this. He's like, all right, I'm going to walk out now. It's hilarious.
Ray was on his podcast like 3 weeks ago or something.
That's hilarious. Chris says Logan versus Ray should be in a ladder match to give Ray an advantage of height?
Yeah.
Or what? Why? Why, Chris?
Well,
Robert
because
says,
it would
okay,
just be a
thanks.
little bit more
Pico's
exciting.
like, I can remember those 2000s raunchy comedies. Robert Warney says, yeah,
Do
I
not
was busy.
under any
I understand
circumstance,
that.
and I don't care if
Don't watch
somebody
the unrated version.
tells you to or any. No.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch the unrated version. It's the dumbest. It's the same movie exactly, except for they just have, like, naked girls just come on to the, like, Like there's a green screen and they just walk on while the movie's happening and they're just like pillow fight and like their boobs are bouncing around and then they walk off. Like just in the middle of the movie. Like they don't pause the movie for it. Like what the...
This is not what I signed up for, people.
mean,
if I wanted to watch porn, I would watch porn.
Right? I mean, obviously, it's funny, but at the same time, it's dumb. So don't buy that version if you buy it.
It's funny. Robert's like, yeah, I was busy. Cola says, like Borat, Euro trip. Chris says Logan Paul versus Nick Wayne. Ravi says, has Logan Paul got better as a wrestler, or is that just me?
Logan can't get better as a wrestler. He's pretty much at the pinnacle. I don't know if there's
he actually was an actual wrestler. You know that, right, Ravi? Like, he actually was a wrestler.
I just have a hard time believing somebody's better than him in ring right now, and he only wrestles twice a year.
Yeah, like, the stuff that he's done is quite amazing. Like, I was surprised that he was as good as he was.
He's Ricochet, but bigger and stronger and better on the mic. Like, he's basically what would happen if Ricochet was a big guy.
Robert says, thanks for understanding. Well, of course, bud. We understand that life happens. It happens to all of us.
Especially on a Friday.
I mean, there's just those times in life that it happens. Chris says a ladder match would actually help Logan because it gets him over without pinning Rey, also protecting Rey without taking a pin.
Yeah, but Rey doesn't need to be protected. He loses. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Dude's been world champion. He's got a legacy. He's 50. He's fine. His legacy's set.
Right. I mean, he's already in the Hall of Fame. What the fuck difference does it make? He's in the Hall of Fame actually actively wrestling.
There she is. Charlotte.
Robert says, how was your day? It was all right. It wasn't too bad. It was Friday, so it was good. Got it over with. Thank God.
I just want to
2
know
days
how
off.
Charlotte's
Yay.
not going to walk away with the title right here.
How was your day besides busy? Harley says, good night. All right, Harley. Well, have a great night. Have a good weekend. Hopefully see you on Monday. Harley says, yeah, I know, Dee. Travis, do you rate Charlotte promos and video packages?
Charlotte's great. I don't have a problem with her. I liked her better with her old boobs, but...
Boobs do not make the video package promo.
Said no one.
Said the talking agents.
Austin Theory.
Robert
Grayson
says,
Waller.
that's good. Chris says, hello, have you seen the Sniper Wolf situation? It's so stupid. She doxed another YouTuber and basically got a slap on the wrist. She's stealing content.
I don't know anything about that, and I heard something about it, which is weird that you brought that up, but I thought it was in a dream or something. So I have no idea what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know any of that. I don't even know what it's about.
Somebody claiming that somebody else was using their content.
Like, so somebody's claiming that she's using their content.
Right, and then
she doxed them, which means she gave out their personal information and where they live and stuff.
Oh, that's
so
funny.
she gave out their information, which is not very cool.
It's funny, though.
It's not. It's funny, but not funny, because when they have millions of followers, what happens is you get crazy people. And they literally will go to those people's houses and they will threaten them and hurt them. Like, and people die over this shit.
Oh,
like,
I
people
know.
have been killed. That's not cool at all. It's not very funny. I mean, I guess it's kind of funny, but not really funny. Guys, not like in a ha-ha funny way. Sophie says, how you liking SmackDown tonight? It's not too bad.
It's been okay.
Chris says, speaking of more ass hats, my boy Theory and Waller. Robert says, my day was okay. It was busy, but I'm relaxing right now. That's how you do it, my man. I'll be relaxing after we get off the show. Yeah, that's when I'll start relaxing, because I can't while we're here.
Take a drive. Check out your new lenses.
My new lights. New headlights. Drive with their sunglasses on because they'll be so bright. Harley's like, yes, we'll be here for Monday. Aw, awesome, Harley. Well, you have a fantastic weekend, hon. I hope your aunt does okay. I hope everything comes out okay for her. Piccolo says is in another wrestling pod, someone was fantasy booking Sting. Should win the AEW world title and retire as champ. I think he should too. Why not? Why the hell not? Just give it to him. My God. Poor guy.
They're going to set him up for a world title fight against who? By February? Maybe March. It could be.
Sophie says tonight's show once again flies by fast. Ravi says Drew versus Seth could be a bad boy feud if they let them have free reign, not be scripted. Chris says I can't stand her, but yet I wouldn't mind giving her a white Christmas reluctantly. Sure would be reluctant. Sure, buddy. Sure.
Fox News primetime.
Fox News. Sounds like crap.
It is the biggest news channel. I didn't realize that.
Really? That's crazy.
Oh, it's not. It's not even close. Like the next closest is like 2 million less.
Wow. Huh. Weird.
For
So if it
ratings.
says Logan versus Rey, interesting match. Meh.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. He has something he wants. You know, it's all how it goes, right?
Logan wants to go to Saudi Arabia. Makes sense.
So he's like, John Cena, that was a hard truth about him not winning a match in 5 years.
Right. On TV.
It's truth. It's now done forever.
What? So classic.
So
That's
classic
Aaron
with
Andrews.
his babiness.
That's Aaron Andrews.
Oh. Well, I know she was Aaron Andrews. I don't know who the guy was.
Oh, I don't know any of them.
Oh, I thought they were like normal people.
No,
They're just commentator people that
yeah.
nobody knows who they are. That's
well, they're
nice.
on Fox. They're the Fox guys, but I don't know who they are.
Who are the Fox guys? Nobody knows. Robbie's like, a squirt of cream on your pudding. Oh, that's what Chris meant. Oh, I get him now. You're gross, dude. Chris is like, also, when I was at AEW, cool dude was just giving out AEW trading cards to everyone. Oh, did you get some? That's cool. Sophie says, with Crown Jewel, I could see it lasting until 5 p.m. on Saturday. Why would it last until 5 p.m.?
It's about right, I would say.
Is
yeah.
it? Crown Jewel, 5?
For them, it'd be 3 our time.
Oh,
Starts at 11.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a pre-show, right? 11.
I think so. I've tried to catch it. They popped it up a few times. Obviously, it's a couple weeks away.
Chris says, I also got an AEW hat and a Better Than You t-shirt. Nice. Did you have to buy those or did people give them away? So if it says at least the card for Crown Jewel is starting to take shape.
Yeah, we got 4 matches.
Chris says, what was annoying? Lots of people were yelling at him because Roddy yelling at Adam Cole promos. And Sophie says, next week it will be on FS1. Katie 20 is like, Katie 20.
Katie 20.
Rafi's like, D, Travis, you might know what's worth buying from WWEshop.com.
Yeah, a briefcase.
A briefcase?
I got both of them. I got the white one and the green one.
P. Cole's like, Roddy
I
is
just need
such
the
a
purple one.
dipshit.
I need the red one. What other
Doesn't seem
colors
very
have they had
nice,
over the
Pico.
years?
Hats?
No, the briefcases.
I don't fucking know. They got a new purple, blue one or whatever the fuck
Well,
that
I know that
is.
one is now. I'm just saying that they had other ones over time. Like they had a red one.
I don't know. I don't know any of them, so I couldn't even
I have
tell
to
you.
Google it and see if I can't get them all. Collect them.
Ah, Chris says, yeah, $70 for both. Hey, Katie. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry.
Hello, Governor.
That's not Spanish.
Maybe she speaks English because she's so close.
Hola. Oh, singing Spanish lyrics. Oh, okay. I'm like, what is... I don't know what they're saying. My bad. So if it's like Nick Aldis kicking out Jay and Adam, and Pico's like, sorry, Katie, this is an English-only job.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, they're setting up to the Survivor
Spanish.
Series, and so they're going to start making teams.
That's true. They're going to make teams. How many are going to be on a team?
SmackDown team, who's going to be it?
Sophie says, is Nick Aldis a heel or a face GM?
He looked like he was pretty heelish.
He was kind of meanish, so I'm
kind of a-
guessing heel-like in the dicknish.
He was kind of a dick.
A little bit of a dick. Robbie says, D, did you buy a red cup like the Street Profits? Yeah, it says Street Profits on it. Travis shows it off all the time. What's
He's
your
talking about
problem?
the big one, probably. It's kind of a pinkish red.
And as Ravi says, all nationality welcome. That's true. That's very true. All nationality is welcome. I just may not be able to speak the language you natively
You need
speak.
the
And
app.
I feel terrible about that because I can't.
The Head Back app or whatever it was called. Face Back?
Oh, no.
You remember the Face Back app?
It's a scary movie, but it's going to be after the scary movie.
Hey, do you remember Face Back app?
Off of the other guys.
Yeah.
Why is he stepping on?
Yummy! Thanksgiving movies, finally! I've wanted one of those.
A scary one?
I don't care what it is. I'm like, why isn't there any good Thanksgiving ones? There's only Planes, Trains, and Odds.
That's a scary Thanksgiving movie. It's kind of weird. A little bit weird.
Yeah, it's just about murder. It's fine.
Sophie says, how are they going to do a brand versus brand and War Games at Survivor Series at the same time?
They can do whatever they want in Survivor Series.
Sophie says, but we haven't seen Cody Rhodes' reaction to losing the tag team championship.
We'll see that on Monday.
Yeah, why would he be here? It's weird.
They should do the War Games team versus team. Shouldn't they? In the double ring?
I don't know.
I think they should.
Excuse me. Ravi says, D, does the cup keep your drinks cold for longer?
I'd also like to see Triple H bring
don't
in
use
that,
it. It's a
that
novelty
pit,
item.
that fight pit match too. Not for that pay-per-view, but the fight pit was fun in NXT. Remember that? This is like a cage. And there's like
Right.
a ramp, like a scaffolding above it or whatever.
Yeah.
Fight pit.
Fight pit.
There's only one rule about fight pit. Survive.
Chris says Stros versus Rangers game was so dramatic tonight. In the 8th inning, our pitcher hit Aldis Garcia for the Rangers. Then he got in an argument with our hitter because they had history. So then the benches cleared. Oh, no.
Were there any punches thrown?
And they ejected our pitcher Garcia and our manager Dusty Baker. He was livid.
So Dusty Baker is one of my favorite managers of all time, but the Texas manager is my favorite manager of all time. So it's like the battle of my two favorite managers of all time.
That's funny.
It's Bruce Bochy. He was the manager of the Giants when they won through 3 titles.
So if it says Adam Pearce does have a point, why didn't Nick Aldis find Jimmy for appearing on Raw? Oh.
Well, why would he? It's not.
Adam Pearce
It's
needs
not
to find
his
him.
responsibility.
Adam Pearce needs to find him. What he should have done is he should have said, okay, you're going to find Jay for being here, then I'm finding Jimmy for being on Raw on Monday for causing the havoc that he did.
Yeah.
Ravi says, D, that cup will be worth bucks in the future. If you sign it, nobody's signing it. So if it says Nick was going to fine Jay before kicking him out, I think he fined him and kicked him out. I don't think he took the fine away.
Yeah, he fined him and then kicked Postman Pierce and Jimmy out, or Jay out.
Yeah, because he was all like, no way. You can't kick him out.
And he said,
I'll
let the
take
games
him out."
begin.
And then
Postman
he's
Pierce
like,
said that as he left.
And then he was like, yeah, well, have escort both of them out then. And then Adam was like, really? Did they? Well, let the games begin. And he put his glasses back on like, he meant business. He meant the business. When you take your glasses off and then put them back on, it means business.
It's all sorts of business.
I need some glasses just so I can do that. Just have them on and be like. And then say something dramatic and put them back on.
They're right there.
Those
on
are
your
not
side.
the right glasses.
They're right there.
Those are sunglasses.
Yeah, but they are the aviator ones.
Yeah, that's not that. You want like nerd glasses. Where are nerd glasses?
I don't own any, so I don't know.
Yes, we do. Remember I got those for when we were nerds.
Well, then it's in the Halloween stuff. Where is that?
I don't
Probably
know.
in the attic.
You probably broke it.
Never be found again.
You probably burned it. It's fine.
Why would I burn it?
I don't know, because you do. So it was like, do you see any more brand versus brand stuff involving the women division?
They could do a women's one. Look at that. Austin Theory beats the...
Cameron Grimes guy.
I didn't have anything positive to say about him, so I stopped.
No thanks to that Dragon Lee dude who was his partner in crime. That didn't happen.
Why is Dragon Lee and Cameron Grimes on the main roster
And why
That's
are they
the
fighting
stuff
those
they need
two
to
guys?
fix immediately and abolish. Like, just
Weirdness.
get rid of them.
Rob was like, D would look like $1 million in glasses, nerd glasses with the tape in the middle of the nose bit. Yeah, that was it. I used to wear glasses. Back in the day, I used to wear glasses.
Yeah, you did. Because you're a nerd.
Yeah, basically. Sophie says, do you think is it too soon to do LA Knight versus Roman, and it will be interesting to see what happens to LA Knight after that Roman match?
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're just like, you guys want him to be popular? Here. And then he'll lose, and then they're like, okay, can we stop now? Because they don't have a plan to push him.
Yeah. So it says Kevin Owens has done everything on the SmackDown brand the first time around.
Now he's got to do it again. Roman Reigns is next, baby. Maybe in the new year.
The exclusive interview. So exclusive. So exclusive. Like an exclusive.
You wouldn't even understand how exclusive
It's
that is.
totally exclusive and like exclusive.
I cannot wait for the Royal Rumble.
Oh my god, the Royal Rumble exclusive.
It's my favorite pay-per-view.
It's going to be in Tampa.
Of the year.
The Tropicana Field. Woo! Florida.
I should just go to it.
Florida.
didn't know it was
right
there.
next door.
Well, I have a buddy that I have 2 friends that live there.
In Tampa?
3 friends that live there. Yeah.
Is
Well, St.
Pensacola
Pete.
too far away?
Too far as in...
I don't know.
As
What's
far as
too far,
Idaho
too far?
is from him, then no. It's a little closer than that. But he's on, like, the land. And,
Not on the sea?
well, he's probably close to the sea, but he's on the land part. But anyways, you have to go down the panhandle, and it's right there.
What
on the
else is Florida made of if it's not land?
You'd have to see a map, I guess, to see what I'm talking about.
Did you see the TikTok I sent you
Is it
of
today?
the crocodile hunter?
No.
Oh, man.
Was it today, then?
Yeah, it was earlier today.
I haven't got on there today.
Bah, bah, bah.
I just don't get on there.
Bah, bah, bah. So if it says Kevin versus Roman have fought Roman at like 2 or 3 Rumbles. So if it says Logan Paul was funny and he was speaking facts like when he fought Rey, LA Knight didn't have a job. He didn't. I thought he was in NXT. Chris told us he was in NXT, so I'm pretty sure he had a job there.
That's an old commercial. They redid it.
Chefs.
Yeah, that's funny. That's an old-ass commercial, but they redid it with Andy Reid.
They're like, let's reuse this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
The guy spent, like, all day on it, and he was... This one, they didn't show how, like,
Detailed
intricate
and intricate
the
it
old
was.
one it was, and then it's like, that's great, but who are the chefs?
Who are
He's
the
like,
chefs?
oh.
Oh, man, I forgot a stupid vowel. Pickles like made out of sea foam. Is that what Florida's made out of? Sea foam? That's cool.
I heard you can run a lawnmower on seafoam.
That's cool. Garlic flavor. But you wanted the spice. So we made spicy garlic. Epic stuffed crust. That Papa John's. The yuckiest pizza on the planet. Just kidding. Pickles like, and marshy swamp. Oh, seafoam and marshy swamp. That sounds great. Fun. Interesting. So it says with the women main eventing, does that mean something big is going to happen? No, it just means that Charlotte is a main eventer.
Yeah, Charlotte's just the Roman Reigns of the women's division.
So it says that Netflix documentary about Vince is coming out sometime next year. I'm sure it'll paint him in a great light and everybody can complain about it. It's going to be great. Rob is like, garlic makes most food taste great. It does make most food taste better.
Unless you're a vampire. It can burn their mouths and their lips and their throat. So they don't
Does it like make them die from the inside out?
No, it just burns them a little bit. They heal.
While they're eating it. That's like, this is so good. It hurts so good.
And then they...
How much garlic, if it's that type of vampire? Because there's vampires that can eat garlic and not have problems. or be around it to have problems. Are we talking old school
Don't
vampires?
make up rules.
Are we talking Dracula vampires?
Yes.
Okay, if we're talking like Dracula old school vampires from like the 1800s type of vampires, how much garlic would it take?
To kill them?
Yeah, like if they ingested it. I mean, like, because they don't, like, they can't digest anything because they're dead. I mean, their body still supposedly works. Which I always thought was weird. How do they have blood if they are dead?
They don't have blood.
But they do in every vampire thing. They have blood. How does he make her a vampire? He makes her drink his blood. Even in Dracula. The book from the 1800s.
I don't remember that part.
Remember if they're like, they go in when it happens to Mina, and they go into the room, and he's like, "Rah!" And he has her like face all stuffed to his breast where he's cut himself open, and she's all like, "Blah, blah, blah," and their face is all bloody.
Yes, I did not know that.
Oh my God, pay attention to this book. You're listening to it. You should probably know what happens. So if it's like, or are you talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer type of vampire?
I hate those ones. I cannot stand them because they're not strong. Everything else is almost good except for they're not strong. I want them to be so strong and have mind control and do fun things, but they're just these. They
kind of remind me of Anne Rice vampires because they're not really strong either. Anne Rice vampires. If you watch whatchamacallit.
Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire to me is the one that Twilight, and they're pretty strong.
Twilight,
but
they're different. They're not the same.
That's it. She read those books and then copied it.
Yeah, no, she didn't because the vampires in Anne Rice's aren't strong. I'd have to talk to somebody who's actually read Anne Rice books. Nobody in this chat probably has. Maybe Pico has.
No, it's Kevin Owens and a brunette.
Chris says $150 for a new Bad Bunny outfit on WWE 2K23. Explain this BS. Nobody wants that. Sophie says now reports are saying they aren't going to do Roman versus Rock at Mania 40.
Why would they?
I don't understand why they would even do it. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Who wants to see it? And why would they do it? It doesn't make any sense. Cody's already set up for that match. Like, why do people keep trying to replace that? It's already happening.
They're like, we want The Rock so bad. We want him to just be out there in his oldness. Put him over. He should win.
Have The Rock wrestle somebody else.
Chris says, "How funny KO is acknowledged. Yokozuna, the real tribal chief." Yeah, he's wearing his shirt.
That's
so.
funny.
Who's Anne Rice? An author? Exactly, people.
Interview with the Vampire.
Anne Rice of the Vampire Chronicles. A lady that likes rice, Robbie says. A new faces he can punch. Nice. So this is John Cena versus Solo has been teased a lot on WWE TV. And Robbie says, but that's one of her books. Yeah, the Vampire Chronicles. Yeah. I've never read any of her books. I just know that Queen of the Damned is an adaptation from her books. And so is Interview with a Vampire for movies that have been made. I've never read her books. People say they're actually pretty good, but there's a lot of them. So, I want a chicken sandwich.
Is it from looking at her thighs?
What? She had eyes?
Thighs.
She had thighs? No. I wasn't really paying attention to anything she had to say or do.
It was just a funny joke.
Because I wanted chicken?
Right after her segment was on.
I just want a chicken sandwich. Wonder where's a good chicken sandwich? Who has the best chicken sandwich?
Hands down. Easy. McDonald's.
No way.
It's not even close.
No way. I mean, like, who else?
For fuck's sakes.
No way. Now I'm going to have to get chicken sandwiches from 5 different places. No, I'm just kidding. Robbie says, Kale looking in good shape. Sophie says, would it surprise people if LA Knight somehow, some way defeat Roman at Crown Jewel?
Yes, it would surprise people because it's not going to happen. The only way that happens if Roman has a heart attack in the ring. Or if he has to leave because something bad came up in his life. That's the only two reasons he's leaving. And I feel like if that second one is something, they would just hurry and put Cody in the match.
Yeah. She's wearing black tonight.
She looks good in black.
It's true. Sophie says we got 24 minutes left. Why do you have to tell us that? Now I feel like there's too much time. There's only been 10 minutes.
It's actually only 20.
Chris says, LOL, someone already made a video on the game. It says, Astros hit Rangers Aldos Garcia for celebration. Let's debate. And fuck off.
Well, if he did celebrate, he deserved to get hit.
For good times. Robbie says, go to Poppy's, D. What the fuck is Poppy's?
It's a David Ortiz restaurant. They call him Big Poppy.
So it says LA Knight could defeat Roman by DQ. Robbie says Charlotte main event. And Pelicola says Roman has a stroke right then and there. Oh no.
Well, I'm just coming up with ideas that the ways that he could lose. But it has to be pretty catastrophic.
Sophie says, do you think we will see Roman versus Cena 3 in the future? Why would we?
No.
I don't want to see any of that. Let's not. Let's say it never happened. That'd be great. Robbie's like, oh, yeah, do you go there? Poppies? I don't want to go to Poppy. That's disgusting. Anyways, if you're talking about Popeyes, like a chicken place, we don't have that. These are the places I can go in our town.
Bailey's looking like she's in a little bit of trouble. Maybe she's depressed or something.
Did she gain more weight than she had?
She's pretty big.
Maybe it's the pants she wears.
She don't have pants on.
She doesn't have pants. Gross, doesn't it? She's out there half naked. Maybe she's in her weird mom era.
She's getting ready to pop out a baby or something.
No. I don't think she'd be wrestling if that was the case.
Hey, look, Saudi Arabia's already sold out.
Oh, wow, they already sold it out. Won't be able to go. Dang. I was hoping it could.
Did you guys see that the Philadelphia Phillies, their fans are buying up all the tickets for the Arizona game?
Why?
And then burning them?
What the?
So there's not going to be anybody there? They're like a whole bunch of them, like thousands of seats.
Why would they do that?
Because when their team goes on the road, they don't want anybody cheering against them. So it's going to look empty.
That's dumb. They're like, we're going to buy these tickets and burn them. We're sticking it to them. You just gave them all the money.
Like, they sold out. They're cool.
You're free. They're like, we don't care. We don't care if people are actually in the seats. What was that? Just kidding.
At least she's a little bit better than Liv, but she's still a black eye for the women's division. This title run went too long.
Hey. Film's like, what time is it? And Sophie says Jade made an appearance on NXT. Film says, Piccolo, what time is it? And Robbie's like, no, Bailey looking tidy. Oh, yeah? She looks kind of sloppy to me, but that's all right. Sophie's like, who is this new ring announcer?
It's not, I don't think she's new. I've seen her before.
I thought that was...
No, I don't
That's
know.
not her?
I didn't think
That's
so.
not Samantha?
No.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who she is then.
She could be the girl from NXT.
Oh, Film says it's armpit time, baby. And Chris says, Char does look incredible. Robbie says, D, you never leave your house, so why would you go Saudi? What do you mean I don't leave my house? I leave my house all the time. Chris says, bro, Phillies fans are fucking psychopaths. Sophie says, iconic Philly fans, they are known to be the rude fans.
Yes.
And Chris says, fucking cuck Phillies, man. Film says it's Arbor time. And Sophie says, aren't the Philly fans the ones that booed handicapped people or something years ago?
They booed Santa Claus and they threw batteries at somebody.
Why would they boo Santa? What did he ever do?
It was the players. They threw batteries at the football players.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they took batteries and they put them in snowballs and just flung them at players. So they were getting bombarded with batteries.
Why would they do that?
Because it's Philly.
Why would
Here, this is Philadelphia. Here, let me explain the new stadium to you.
Why
built a
would
courthouse
a
in it.
sports team?
No, they built a courthouse in their sports team, and they can be convicted on the spot. Like, so there's a judge and a prosecutor and a defense attorney in the fucking stadium during football games.
Why would the baseball team people throw snowballs at the football team?
No. It's just Philly fans.
Why would they throw that at their own people?
Because they're Philly. They booed Santa Claus.
But why would they throw it at their own
I think
players?
they threw it at the other team's players.
Oh.
That shit, they're scary there.
I don't understand that.
What was their old stadium called? It was called something. And it was like a scary place to go.
Piccola's like, it's been going on forever. Are you talking about the Philly stuff, Piccola, or the chicken sandwich?
Ever since, what came first, the chicken or the sandwich?
Because I was talking about chicken sandwiches, and then all of a sudden we got talking about Phillies fans and how crazy they are. I just wanted to go get a chicken sandwich. Chris says Kai holding the title looks good. Sophie's like, Saudi Arabia already sold out. That was fast. Chris says it was so funny at AEW fans were cheering for Christian and booing Nick Wayne's mom. Sophie says, you thought New York baseball fans are bad? Philly fans are worse.
Oh, way worse, yeah.
Robbie says, LOL, that's crazy throwing snowballs filled with batteries. LOL. What's funny is he makes that comment and then he laughs about it. The problem of it is they did it to Santa. Like, who does that to Santa?
They didn't throw batteries at Santa, but...
Why would you attack Santa?
They do throw snowballs if they're unhappy.
So strange. Sophie says, in Florida, baseball fans are bad. They don't even go to their baseball team games. Well, Sophie, get on it. You should go.
They don't.
Be a fan and just go.
You know why they don't? Because they're all transplants. And so they don't support their local teams. They support their teams where they're from. That's why at Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay...
So you're the problem.
In Tampa Bay, there's more New York Yankees fans than there are Tampa Bay Devil Rays fans.
That's funny. Piccolo says, chicken sandwich? I thought you mentioned Io Sky in her title reign.
Oh, terrible.
Well, Travis was talking about that. He was talking about that in Liv Morgan. But I really want a chicken sandwich.
She is a step up from Liv Morgan, I will say that. But just a step.
I just want to know where to go get a good chicken sandwich. I only have so many places I can go, by the way. And most of them are fast food places. So I'm not going to a restaurant. So there's the choices between like Freddy's and McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Carl's Jr., KFC. Can't think of any other place that we have that might have a chicken sandwich. Oh, Jack in the Box.
Red Robin.
What?
Red Robin.
That's a restaurant. I said not a restaurant. Because I don't want to go inside. Or order it online and have to pick it up. Drive through. Drive through, bitches. Where I was like, that's bad. Yeah, they attacked Santa. Sophie says Big Show went to OVW for some sort of ticket sales for AEW.
I saw that.
Robbie says, what you having in your chicken sandwich? Well, normally I have mayo and lettuce and a tomato on it. Chris says, could Kai be a step up from Liv Morgan if booked correctly?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I am not opposed to having bacon on it.
I like Dakota.
Robbie says, Carl's Jr. seems the spot to go. Sophie says, if you go to a Philly game, watch out. They might throw stupid stuff at you. That's what I've gathered and learned from this whole situation, Sophie. Don't go to any game that involves Philly fans because they will try to murder you, no matter
I think
what.
it was called Memorial Stadium, and that place was pretty bad. I think that was the name of it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know any of the history of it. Charlotte's like, this is hilarious. So funny. Sophie's like, about Atlanta baseball fans, are they the same type of fans as Philly? I don't think so. Robbie says, mayo, lettuce, tomato seems boring. Do you get something more exciting? And then not like it and then have to throw my sandwich away, Robbie? Phil's like, come on, ladies, let's go. Not the ladies. Chris says, D, you would be a fan of Kai if you watched old school NXT pay-per-view when she betrayed No Knees Tegan. LOL, D would be cheering and doing somersaults and become Kai's #1 fan. And jumping stars. Be doing jumping stars.
Yeah, just jump stars.
Star jumps.
Star jump.
Star jumps. Feels like me neither. Who brought up Phillies baseball? Oh yeah, MLB playoffs.
Yeah,
It was probably Chris. He probably said something.
Because
and then
we're talking
Travis
about
was
tickets.
Like, blah blah tickets, blah blah.
They sold out Saudi Arabia.
It was the sellout of Saudi Arabia that brought it all up.
Yeah, the big show is advertising tickets for the next AEW event, and it's buy one get one free tickets.
Oh, that's pretty sad. They're like, do you want to buy a ticket? Then you get one free. We're sold out. You guys didn't make a very good profit if you have to give your fucking tickets away. Robbie's like, obviously you're ordering it so you would like it. No, if I try something new, that means I'm trying something new. And that doesn't mean that I would like it. Just because I'm ordering it doesn't always mean I like it. If I had Chick-fil-A, I'd be like, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. But we don't have a Chick-fil-A. No chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. Peel says, yes, the jump stars. Sophie says NXT ratings went down this week, which isn't a surprise. Oh, no. Not the ratings. Rob was like, I can only manage 2-star jumps, then get way out of breath. What? What kind of fucking jump stars are these? Oh my God, are you doing burpees? Is that what we're doing? Because those I could totally see you getting out of breath after 2. Sophie says WWE did the whole buy one ticket, get one ticket free thing before. How long ago before? Is that why AEW is doing it? Is because of them? I was like, D, you're hard to please on food. As if you're not. Stop it, Robbie, with your lying. Oh, I guess Arby's has a chicken sandwich. What is that? Why are we doing this? What is it for?
Pounded potatoes.
Why are we pounding potatoes? So weird.
That's what you do when you have Arby's.
So it was like probably a year or 2 ago. Wow, sounds like it was a long time ago. Chris says, yeah, honestly, it was pathetic. When I went to AEW early, I saw one of the wrestlers, Brian Keith. He is an indie legend. Walk to his minivan he was driving. I didn't want to, invade his space. But you would think the indie legends would get better treatment. Yeah, that's not how it works. That's why they're where they're at.
No, they still get the indie treatment.
Yeah, it's sad.
That's how they got all those stars, or whatever you want to call them, the indie guys, because they just give them money.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got a paycheck.
Oh, you want $100,000? No problem. $1,000. Robbie says Arby's is commercial. Support your local. Yeah, that's right. Support. It's a fast food joint. Sophie says, I saw the Stadium AEW went this past week. It looked like they didn't have that many people in the building.
I don't know. Didn't watch it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I totally watched.
What is it?
Dynamite.
Ew, gross.
Didn't watch Rampage, though. Wait, that's tonight. Never mind. Wait, or is that tomorrow night?
I don't know. Tonight's Friday. It's Rampage.
I know, but didn't somebody say that there was
Tomorrow
2
is
events
Collision.
on for them tomorrow?
And Battle of the Belts.
Oh, so it's a 3-hour Collision. She's like, let me get my face up in your butt. Okay, we're good.
Pachow. Sophie says, I saw the Stadium AEW went this past week. It looked like they didn't have that many people in the building. Robbie says, what's fast about the food, D? Sophie says, when did AEW become Impact with the attendance? Piccola says, I haven't eaten Arby's in ages. Oh, sorry. Chris says, yeah, it was empty on the right-hand side. Film says, let's go armpit queen Charlotte Flair. And Robbie says, Charlotte not on her A game tonight. You can't be when you have to go against a really poopy person. Like, Io is not that talented. And so you have to bring your talent down sometimes to their level. Chris says, I got to move to the front row during the main event of Rampage Sky Blue versus Ruby Riott. Oh, that's cool.
That's way cool.
Piccolo says, I'd rather eat a rat sandwich than have Arby's. Oh, man, Piccolo, that's just mean. Are the Arby's over there really bad or something? My Arby's isn't disgusting. I don't know how everybody says Arby's is gross. Like, there are some things at Arby's that are really good, and I think people just sleep on it because they had one bad experience. They're like, oh, God, not that. Not the horribleness.
Yeah, those beef sandwiches with the cheese on it are really good.
If I'm going to say about mozzarella sticks, unless you're talking like mom and pop places, which nobody can coincide with those, or like a pizza joint that like makes their own mozzarella sticks, I'm going to say that Arby's mozzarella sticks are better than any other fast food restaurant in my area that have them. And I don't deep fry my shit, so I'm not going to be making that crap at home. So I'm going to be getting that shit at Arby's.
So Charlotte usually wins half the match. Notice that she's losing most of this match.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Char? Yeah, she's kind of like taking her talent down to Io's level, which is disgusting, but whatever. Phil's like, go, Charlotte, go. And Sophie says AEW was red hot. Then people stopped going or watching it every week. Ravi says Cola eating a rat burger instead. You know that fast food joints are bad.
But it's not like they just stopped, right? Like, it wasn't like the fans said, okay, we're done. They didn't just stop on a Tuesday because they didn't like it Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's true.
It's the shit they were pulling. They had like Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia main eventing for like 2 months. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't keep fans when you do stupid shit.
It's true.
Would you watch all the WWE stuff if everything was just Tozawa every night? Oh, we're only going to push Tozawa. It's like, no. And I'm sure there's other bad,
yeah,
whatever the homeboy's name that was just on that last match.
Right. Cameron Grimes
and Johnny Gargano. And that's the people that's the only people you see on TV and in the main event. Your company's going out of business.
Yeah. Especially when you have other people that, are way better. Let's say you never saw Kevin Owens again. But, he wasn't injured or anything. He's not retired. They just are like, yeah, we're not going to push him anymore.
Right.
You're not going to see him anymore. We're going to make you watch Johnny Gargano 500 hours a week.
Right. We're going to replace Cody with Johnny, and we're going to replace, Seth Rollins with Tozawa. And we're going to replace Sami Zayn with fucking Cameron Grimes. I'm just saying, like, you can see how it fell apart.
In AEW. It's who they chose, who Tony Khan chose to put in the places that he shouldn't have, basically.
Why was Charlotte going for a Boston Crab? Just put her in a fucking figure 8.
I don't know. She's doing what they're telling her to do.
There's 2 minutes left, so it doesn't look like anybody's close to winning
Chris
this.
says, it was pathetic. So many Sims catcalling Paige and Sky Blue. Were you part of that group, Chris? I feel like you were probably part of the group. Sophie says, my dad loved to eat at Arby's. And Chris says, they were like, I love you, Sky. Come here, Sky. I was like, Dave, why would I go to a place, a franchise that's dead? I don't fucking know why you would do anything like that. It's not dead in my town. So he's like, I love mozzarella sticks. I love mozzarella sticks too. I like them when they're like homemade ones. They show them on like videos of people getting, making these huge ginormous ones at like pizza places and stuff. I don't have places like that. I don't live in a big city, so I don't get choices like that.
She's too close to the side.
Bailey helped her not lose.
So are they going to go over then? Because there's only like 30 seconds left.
Maybe. Pickle's like, yeah, maybe you have a point. I need to quit being snobbish about my fast food choices. Dude, I know, you like what you like. I'm just saying, like, this. I don't look at Arby's as a bad place.
Charlotte gonna
because
get counted out.
only like certain things from there.
Charlotte gonna get counted.
I don't say that everything on the fucking menu is the glamorous, most awesomest, yummiest thing ever.
She's gonna get counted out.
Dakota Kai gonna get her? Oh, she can't. She can't. She's not medically cleared to engage.
So she's gonna get back in there, but there's not enough time. So Charlotte's gonna get pinned.
Oh, she's gonna hit her. Oh, she had the belt on with her. So she's like, oh shit, whoops. So she's checking out the belt and she's like, hey, look, I'm pinning her. That's how. So she cheated to win. And they made Charlotte look stupid because that's what they want to do. Because they're trying to make Io Sky something good, which they can't because she's not.
This is the booking that put AEW out of business.
This is the kind of booking that makes Triple H look like a fucking retard. Here's your Triple H shit. This fucking crap right here that makes absolutely no sense.
Hopefully Charlotte wrestles her again. But I don't know if all this will give her another shot.
Yeah. People's like, Lord. And Sophie's like, I heard that when AEW start to film Rampage, fans start to leave the building. Robbie says, El Cola, defo a fast food snob, laughing. And Robbie says, Tozawa, LOL, he looks like he should be an extra in a comedy film. Pico's like, make it Otis versus Bronson Reed. Sophie says, but when the WWE don't use Johnny Gargano and other people, some fans will complain about it. Yeah, that's like 2%.
Yeah,
they don't mean
about
anything.
Those 600,000 that watch NXT. Or not NXT. Well, yeah, NXT and AEW.
Chris says, yeah, and also I was looking at these fans cheering for Daniel Garcia in the Battle Royal at Rampage. Oh, God. Were you giving the stink eye, Chris?
What is it? Oh, it's Bianca.
It's Bianca. She's back. Pico's like, hell's yeah, Chris. And Robbie says the big boot, like, test and figure 8, and it should be over. The leg on the ropes. Sophie says, wow, Io beat Charlotte, and Charlotte keeps getting pinned. Robbie's like, Bailey didn't cheat. And Chris says, I was cheering for Johnny TV. He got one elimination in that Battle Royal, but he doesn't get pushed on AEW, which is criminal. And also I was cheering Daddy Magic, though. Robbie says, D, sometimes a bit of dirty food is good to eat and cleanses the soul. Sophie says that Battle Royal on Wednesday, it was like a jobber Battle Royal. Phil says, I live 5 minutes away from a strip of fast food restaurants and even a Waffle House. Like, Arby's would be my 9th or 10th choice. No, I get it, Pickle. As I said, I don't live in a big city, though. So I have limited choices in my fast food. I have major chain stuff, and that's it. So.
Fact.
So I listed off the literal fast food places that would have a chicken sandwich that I can actually go to in my town. Chris says this is literally copy-paste editing ending for Rampage, literally what happened, except replace Bianca with Statlander. Right, says it was Jade would just end this fraudulent Esther woman. Oh, she has her place too.
No, she's fine, and Jade doesn't need to be anywhere
near her.
Just
put her in something else. Put her somewhere else. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for Smacketh the Downeth. Pico's like, do you have a Zaxby's? I do not, Pico. That's what I was saying. I don't have like anything like that. And I don't even know if there's a Zaxby's on the West Coast, as in my area. It might be it could be in California, but I don't know if it's anywhere else. No. The place I have that's a chicken place is KFC. We used to have a Popeyes and then they left. So stupid. Anyways, hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight for SmackDown. Everybody have a good and safe weekend. Everybody have fun. Good luck with your NBA drafting there, P-Cola. We'll see you guys on Monday for Raw.
All right, thanks for watching Wrestling Gap. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.